All right, it's Count Midnight here at Wizard World, Chicago Comic-Con 2011. We're speaking with Wizard World Entertainment CEO Gareb Shamus. How you doing today, Gareb?
Great, thank you so much. Great to see you guys again.
Oh yeah, great. We've been interviewing Gareb now for quite some, every time we come here, and I keep saying it, but the show just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's craziness.
Yeah, this year it's unbelievable, again, how the show exploded over last year. We have so many more people here this year. We have so many more vendors, so many artists and writers and celebrities. Every year it just keeps growing and growing.
Well, the thing we noticed the most was the Artist Alley is almost twice the size that it's been in the past. What do you attribute that to?
You know, we just did a really great job of getting the talent out. They heard so much about this show over the last few years and how great it was and how many fans we get out to the show that they really wanted to come out and see it for themselves with their own eyes. And we got over 500 artists and writers here. And it's such an amazing experience for them because they get to see so many of the fans out here that love their work, that want to see them. And then also we made sure that we brought a lot of guys in from all over the world, you know, to come to the show. So we have over 25 countries that represented, literally artists and writers from virtually every single publisher out there on the planet are here today.
Yeah, it's really amazing. We were just walking through there and it took us, it's jam-packed. And in fact, even today out on the street, you had a major traffic jam just coming in here.
Yeah, we heard it took an hour just to get off the highway, just to find a parking spot. So
yeah, we flew in. No,
that was a good move. You know, a lot of people took the train, a lot of people drove, and then a lot of people, you know, just got here really early just to make sure.
Well, we got here early, but we got caught in that. But I have a shortcut that I'm not going to publish. And,
oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Because, you know, I got to keep it secret.
Absolutely.
Because then it wouldn't be a shortcut.
Correct.
Well, this year with all the comic characters in the movies, we had Thor, Green Hornet, Green Lantern, and Captain America.
Right. Don't forget Transformers and Harry Potter.
And Harry Potter, yeah. Yeah, so an amazing year for comics in the movies. And how has that contributed to the success of your show as well?
Well, you know, those things just contribute to the noise out there in terms of how people get excited about what's going on out there. You know, when you talk about how these comic book and the characters have pervaded the mass market out there, you know, those movies, they're all a great example of how people like the character business. And, you know, there's no question that because there's so much more attention paid upon that, you know, everybody's paying more attention. And that's why, you know, when we get, you know, the 500 artists and writers, we also have a lot of celebrities. You know, Patrick Stewart's here. I just came from a panel. It was wall to wall. Thousands of people were literally there. Bruce Campbell, thousands of people are going to be showing. Felicia Day. We have the cast of Buffy. We have all the kids from Willy Wonka. I mean, it's really, when you look at the mix of people that we've been able to put together, everybody wants to come out and see them.
Great. And with next year, I would anticipate the same because we're going to have a reboot of the Spider-Man franchise, a Batman movie, and a Superman movie's in the work, and of course, the Avengers.
Yeah, you know, again, just having all this stuff go on in the media is really extraordinary because, you know, it just keeps it fresh, keeps people excited about these characters, and then it also gives a lot of hope to people that are creating the next new characters. And that's really what a lot of people even come out to the show to see, you know, when you look at a lot of the big properties out there that have made it into movies and television, even the ones that may not be, that may not have been really big in comic books. You know, when you look at, you know, things like Walking Dead, Sin City, 300, Hellboy, you know, I can go on and on about how many properties have done so incredibly well in the movies and television world that emerged out of comic books. But they weren't these, you know, they weren't selling 100,000 copies a month. You know, these are books that people just cared about and were able to really make it in the mass market because there was a segment of the audience that cared about it. You know, this show really gives a lot of the creators an opportunity to find a voice for their properties, you know, and then possibly have an opportunity to make it big in the movies and television world.
Are there any of the smaller books that you're aware of that are poised to make that transition from the small to the large?
There's a lot of them. I mean, you have so many creators out there doing stuff on their own. You know, it's we kind of used to see there's really been a transformation, you know, where a lot of guys used to create their own independent books with the hope that one day they'll work for Marvel or DC. And that trend has really changed. You know, people are working for Marvel and DC with the hope to one day create their own stuff, you know, to go on to their own movies and television. So there's so many different kind of patterns that are emerging and changing out there. Another one is the digital side, right. You know, and you know, the whole paradigm and access to the audience has changed dramatically. Before, you had to be in the publishing world, and if your book wasn't through Marvel or DC, nobody cared or nobody saw it. By moving to a digital distribution channel, there's a level playing field now. People have access to the audience, just as big as anybody else does. So, it creates a lot of new opportunities for people that have really compelling content to be able to get out there and get the world to see what they're doing.
And aside from the distribution model of the internet, how has the internet changed maybe the content or the medium itself of comics?
Well, it's done a lot of things. Number one, a lot of people have actually moved off of the traditional media of actually drawing in traditional illustration or painting. People are now doing it digitally. But then on top of that, it's really the distribution of the content that has so much changed the playing field, because now there's no friction in the marketplace, and there's no intermediaries. So in the past you used to have to print, ship, distribute, collect money, and it was this long process between when you actually created the material and then ultimately who was going to actually get it or buy it or find it. With no paper, you have the opportunity now to reach this incredible audience without any of these intermediaries. So if you have the opportunity to find a fan, because they clicked on your Facebook or they went to your website, you can actually distribute material just to them. And the same thing through whether maybe it's an iPad or iPhone device, or it could be any number of different digital devices where people now can go and access this material that they wouldn't have been able to do before.
And if it's all digital, your mom can't throw away your comic book collection.
That's for sure. Yeah, no chance she's got your password.
And what is new this year in the show? What have you added that you haven't had in the show before?
For us, the thing that changes the most from year to year is the talent. We have so many new artists and writers. We have so many new celebrities that are here. We have probably about 200 to 300 new vendors that are here selling all kinds of great stuff for people to buy. So whether it's apparel or toys or games, there's so many things like that. The other thing is that we have a lot more gaming on the floor. So we did a deal with GAMA, which is a Game Manufacturers Association. So we have a lot of new companies that have come in that are working with us on doing a lot of gaming. So we've got literally thousands of square feet devoted for people to just come out and play games. Also this year we have our Masquerade Ball. So we have so many people that are here for the costume contest and then going to be part of the Masquerade Ball. That's incredible. I mean, I've seen so many costumes that I've never seen before. Every year fans are stepping it up at the show. And then also, it's just because you have different celebrities and different artists and writers, that brings in all new different crowds to the show that you wouldn't normally get. So, this year, because we have Patrick Stewart, you have so many more Star Trek fans. And because Bruce Campbell is here, we did an Evil Dead reunion. Because Charisma Carpenter, Julie Benz, Felicia Day, are here. You've got this incredible Buffy audience, and Ray Park brings in the Star Wars people. So every year, when you bring in different celebrities or different artists and writers, you're going to get a whole new mix of people that are interested in that celebrity.
Great. And people want to find out more about your comic shows and website?
We absolutely go to wizardworld.com. We're going to have a whole new website launching on Monday, so people should be able to come out and check it out. And that's going to be a big part for us. A big part of what we're doing online now is, when people come to the show, they have such an amazing experience, but then when they go home, it all disperses. Now we're going to have a website where people can be part of our Comic-Con experience 365 days a year.
Great. And have you added any more cities this year? I know you've added cities in prior years.
Yeah, we've added a lot of cities this year. We have a show in Columbus, Ohio coming up called the Mid-Ohio Comic-Con that we have. And then also we have our Austin show coming up as well later this year, and then New Orleans early next year. So we've got a lot of really great shows and great cities coming up that people really embraced us. When we came to town, people really loved what we were doing. They loved this access that we were able to bring the fans, and to meet celebrities and meet artists and writers that they never got a chance to meet before. So all these cities have been very, very welcoming to us.
And what is your philosophy on that? Because I will say that out of all the shows I attend, yours is very fan-friendly.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years, so I myself am a fan of what I do, of what we do here. So we are able to translate that to a fan experience. I can't remember a day growing up where I didn't go to a comic show, a sports card show, a comic shop, a card shop. I mean, my whole life growing up was around that experience, and you understand what you like and what you don't like and what you want to see. And now that I'm a big fan with lots of access, we can get those kind of things that get people excited to come out.
Great, Gareb. Anything else you'd like to say on camera?
No, we just really thank you for coming out, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Okay, great, Gareb. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hi, this is Gareb Shamus, CEO of Wizard World, and we're here at Chicago Comic-Con, and welcome to Count Midnight.